Ian Murray Sr. is close to death in Outlander Season 7, Episode 9, and his disease is something that even Claire can't cure. The fantasy series is back after a mid-season hiatus, diving further into Claire and Jamie's story in 1776, just before the official start of the American Revolution. As Season 7 continues with Part 2, these lovers have finally returned to Scotland to see family at Lallybroch, along with young Ian, who was eager to see his parents again. Unfortunately, they arrive in Outlander Season 7, Episode 9, to learn that Ian Sr. is on his deathbed. Jenny explained that Ian Sr. had been sick for many months before Claire, Jamie, and Ian's arrival in Outlander Season 7, but his condition had deteriorated quickly. She begged Claire to intervene, but the 20th century surgeon said nothing could be done. This is a rare admission on Claire's part since she is often willing to go to impossible lengths to save her patients, especially those she loves. However, the reveal that Ian is suffering from consumption sheds some light on why there was nothing Claire could do in Outlander Season 7. Ian Murray Sr. is dying of consumption in Outlander Season 7. Claire knows that nothing could be done for Ian, even in her own time. Young Ian hugging Ian Murray in Outlander 709. Death records of centuries past are littered with the word consumption, as it was a leading cause of death for all age groups and genders all around the world. A common misconception is that consumption is related to alcohol use, but it is actually an infectious disease caused by bacteria that can be spread from person to person, via WHO. Consumption attacks an infected person's lungs, and it can take months for symptoms to become concerning. Unfortunately, in the 18th century, it was often too late by the time it reached this point. Ian's cough and Jenny's explanation for how his symptoms progressed made it easy for Claire to diagnose Ian Sr. with consumption, but she knew that, without modern medicine, there was no hope that this aggressive disease could be cured. Even in Claire's own time, there was no guarantee Ian's illness could be treated. So, the characters of Outlander have no choice but to make their peace with Ian's death. As of the end of Outlander Season 7, Episode 9, the Murray patriarch was still alive. However, as young Ian and Claire departed Lallybroch, they knew it was the last time they would ever see him. Consumption, tuberculosis, is still a dangerous disease even today. Consumption is still a problem. Jenny Fraser Murray with Jamie, Claire and young Ian in Outlander 709. Consumption is typically considered a disease of the past, but it's still a highly serious and potentially deadly illness today. It's now called tuberculosis, and at the turn of the 20th century, it was the leading cause of death in the United States. Today, tuberculosis is highly treatable, but fatalities are still common around the world, especially in places where access to medicines may be limited. It's no wonder that Claire could not provide Jenny with any hope in Outlander Season 7. Still, Ian Murray Sr. has accepted his fate with grace in Episode 9, thinking only of the happiness of the family he is leaving behind.